We will take care of them. Our forces will take care of them. As you all know, yesterday, the Ambazonia Defense Forces, following the established Ambazonian Code of Law and Code of Justice, carried out summary execution publicly of 2 Cameroon spies recruited by the B commander in Ambo, following our code of conduct, our code of law and code of justice. They were executed. They were executed.
I know people you call federalists. They are all traitors.
Abobala and the rest.
No, he's a traitor. He said, the biggest mistake of my leadership, the biggest mistake and what I really regret is that during the period of the revolution, we did not kill all of these people. It was a huge mistake. During the French Revolution, all of these people will not stay alive. Even today in Ukraine, you all tribal warlords sitting out here, running their mouth and talking about Mugamu, talking about Momo. What have you given Momo? What is it that you've given Momo? You find uneducated tribal warlords who cannot distinguish their left from their right. They come on social media. I bet you Ambazonians, take note. I don't issue threats. It took me a while to confront Cameroon. When the time came, Cameroon is facing it today. The time will come. It will come. And for all of you, the chiefs and funds being instrumentalized to attack the ADF, we will take you out. Whether you are a chief or you are a fund, I will hang your head on a stick.
Ngu Santos took money. Ebenezer Akangwa took money. Sako took money. I am going to give you more names. And what they do, Eko came here. Eko came here. He will make you sign under a paper and give you crumbs and go report to the presidency that they gave you millions. In fact, they end up not giving you anything. One of the people called me and said, Mr. Larry, you go see which way me I will be. They can't give me post for government. He knows. These people talked to me. They told me, and I had conversations with them.
We want to. Can you repeat the names of purported Ambazonian leaders, pseudo Ambazonian leaders who collected money from Cameroon? Can we know their names, and can we know how much money they collected?
I know their names. Ngu Santos collected money. Sako Ikobe collected money. Chris Anu collected money. Ebenezer Akangwa collected money. I am still digging to know the other people who were given crumbs. I know that, and I'm challenging them. If they think I am lying, let them sue me. We live in the United States of America where there's the rule of law. I will face them in court. These people are corrupt.
There are four persons. There are four names you have called.
Yes.
Santos, Ngo Santos.
Yes. Yes.
Who called himself Ebenezer,
yes.
Dr. Ebenezer Akwanga.
Yes.
Samuel Sako Ikome.
Yes.
And Chris Anu. These are the four names you have called.
Yeah. And the lady who carried the bags of money and came here for the distribution, as part of the distribution, is called Florence Ufi Chinje Malo.
Florence Ufi Chinje Malo. That's the lady who brought the money.
She is the rector. I don't know whether she's still the rector of the University of Chang. She is the one who called. And on this occasion, Santos called me to come to a meeting at the kitchen near you, that we should come and table our submissions to them. They came from Yaoundé. I'm like, what are you talking about?
You also said one of them called you.
Ngu Santos called me.
And start celebrating that he has an official position in Yaoundé. Who is he?
That he is going to have, I will see how his life will change. That he will have, he's a younger man to me. He knows me very well. He used to come to my house. He's not a strange person. These are people I know. I've been in this town for 30 years. So when I am calling somebody's name, I have done a principled investigation and I have cross-checked to make sure. I have not called other names. I'm not going to call anybody's name lightly because I know the weight of what I'm doing. And if they want to kill me, be my guest. I'm not scared. Younger people have died for this movement. We have no right to be pretending that we are leaders when we are actually traitors.
Uncle Larry, can you swear to what you're saying publicly?
I can. I'm a God-fearing man. My mother, who didn't go to school, said, "Tell the truth and shame the devil." That is what I'm doing here.
Very dull set of human being there. Ambazonia terrorist gang. Must I do that in the sweet man? The pressure.
On the 1st of October, the date set by the United Nations for the British Southern Kingdom to achieve independence. What happened on that date was the British simply invited that foreign country to Ambazonia, and they, in their own words, transferred sovereignty to that foreign country. So the result, therefore, was recolonization and not decolonization as the United Nations had hoped.
So my country people them, when I don't listen, no be me I talk. Now Professor Carlson Anyangwe talk him for April 2019. He be there for they seated face to face with Barrister Afro John. So he talk how the British they transferred the sovereignty of the former British Southern Cameroons to La République du Cameroun, President Amadou Ahidjo. So how can you transfer something that you do not own or you do not have? So Professor Carlson Anyangwe they just tell una wait away me I don't tell una before, but I talk am for the way una know we don't ever hear them before. Say now the British they behold the sovereignty of the former British Southern Cameroons, and before the one leave on the 1st of October 1961, they be transferred the sovereignty of that territory to President Amadou Ahidjo. When me I make that presentation and that revelation, and I tell when I said there was actually a union treaty and it was signed between the British government and President Amadou Ahidjo on the 27th of September 1961, and the exchange of notes, the note verbal, and all of those documents that will be deposited at the United Nations Secretariat the following year for 1962 for March. As I be tell now way it opened a can of worms because we sensitize thousands of Anglophones the way they don't ever know. So when they go to talk about how the restorationists, they want to restore their independence and sovereignty and all of that nonsense, it will never work because it doesn't even make sense, because that territory has never been sovereign. So we don't sensitize a lot of people, and because of that, they go back for them, go ask them these basic questions them. And they don't get clarification, they don't get no way for lie about this truth. Now why that one I hear the whole Barrister Frujon, so Ghana and Barrister Mbesa, they go down for the alphabet Facebook page, ABC, they go to try for debunk or try for distort history, for try for lie about the revelations. Let me bring them out. So now that they talk, they say, no, the British, they don't actually hold the sovereignty of the former British Southern Cameroons. They are just lying. Now, blatant lie. Because they know these facts. And I don't show now who's how we for go get those documents them for United Nations archives, the digital library of the United Nations, the Secretariat, the United Nations Secretary General himself. He don't publish the exchange of notes and the international agreement with the British. It be get them with President Amadou Ahidjo. And another point where they want for make them now say, oh, the British, they never get no right for sign treaty on behalf of the former Southern Cameroons. May I ask you a simple question? Think for yourself. Now, who it be divide German Cameroon? You think say some African man be there for the, some Cameroonian be there for the? No. Time where World War I end, they defeat Germany. Germany is sit with France and England or Britain. Europeans and the Chiron for France, the Treaty of Versailles for 1919, they decide how to divide that country amongst themselves because they get sovereignty over that territory. Now, one of the things that I go make another presentation based on sovereignty alone, so that make you understand when we talk about sovereignty, you need to understand where to be sovereignty in the first place. I go make another presentation, make you understand. They should don't decide amongst themselves. Europeans in Europe, how to divide that territory. They say Britain will take this portion. They take them, attach them to Nigeria, and then they say France will take this portion. Some African man be there for the no. No African man will be there for the Treaty of Versailles where they go decide for separate that country. When Britain come now can't decide for the take that territory, attach them to Nigeria. Maybe ask your permission. No, now because they be get sovereignty. Because they will be being a colonized people, they conquer una using the power of the gun. So they seize your sovereignty from you using guns. And I wait that way Europeans they come for Africa can't do them. So the British, they will get sovereignty over that territory. And when they want to leave on the 1st of October 1961, they will hand them over to President Amadou Ahidjo. That is the Union Treaty. When I listen again to Carson Anyangwe, make them clear, make all my hear them. So the British, in their own words, they transferred the sovereignty to President Amadou Ahidjo. When I listen.
That's what my people have told people. I'll play the video here. Wait. Very important. Let's start them back from the beginning. On
the 1st of October, the date set by the United Nations for the British Southern Cameroon to achieve independence, what happened on that date was the British simply invited that foreign country to Ambazonia, and they, in their own words, transferred sovereignty to that foreign country. The result, therefore, was recolonization and not decolonization as the United Nations had hoped.
And Professor Carlson Anyangwe talks that the result of what we happened from 1961 was recolonization and not decolonization. But now here's the question. The Anglophones, they only realized that one now for 1995 because as far as the Anglophones they be concerned, for that 1961, when our leaders them, they be there in agreement with President Amadou Ahidjo and the British. They be there in agreement. Now, why that way when I be decide and when I freely go join that country, take up positions in government for that country. Even John Good Foncha, he take position as Vice President of the Federal Republic of Cameroon. He don't hold other positions them in political parties them. For example, time where they be decide for make one party system inside the country. John Good Foncha, Estimuna, Augustine Gomjoa, you name them, Endele, all them, Professor Fondlon, they take positions them, no man, no complain. So they be recolonized when they not decolonized when for 1961 and when I realized now for 1995. It does not make sense. It does not make sense. Because if now be things say some injustice be done for 1961, when I for protest, when I for complain, when I for do something, when I for show discontent, but you were not discontented, when I be very happy. So the Anglophone political leaders then back then, they will be so happy for take positions as Vice President of the Federal Republic, take position as the Prime Minister of the state of West Cameroon. They will be happy for be political leaders. They will be happy with the arrangements where they be making for 1961. And then go on now for 1966. All of those political leaders them, they be happy for dissolve their political parties them, for form one political party, the CNU, where it belonged to President Amadou Ahidjo, leading on to 1972 referendum, for the 20th of May, where now they changed the constitution from federal constitution to a unitary state to the United Republic of Cameroon. All of those things happened where John Gofon Chabida alive, he participated. Professor Fonlon, St. Muna, Augustine Gomjoa, all of those people that they participate, Endele and the rest. So they be colonized una in una sleep. That is the question. You cannot have your cake and eat it. It's either you accept, say, we the Anglophones, them true, will be incompetent, will be inept, and will not be viable for being independent. So any person, if you just do anything, they tell we anything, we just believe them, or they colonize we will not first even realize them, say we colonize we. Is that what happened? Is that in Anglophone money own defense or your own argument this for 1995 to 2024? That's your argument. They colonized us without us realizing. We did not know what we were doing. We were too incompetent, we were too inept, we were too stupid to realize what was happening in 1961. So now that we realize what happened in 1961, even though the United Nations has already agreed to it and all the processes have been done legally, no one challenged it when it was happening. So suddenly we want the United Nations to go and reopen the Trusteeship Council and the United Nations to recolonize the former British Southern Cameroons and then to initiate decolonization. Now, an argument that, right, for tell the United Nations, say, you guys did not do your job properly. For tell the British and the French, 2 permanent members of the Security Council. So now an argument that, good luck.
That's what my people have told people. I'll play the video here. Wait. Very important. Let's start back from the beginning. Again.
And how about you? Any final words, Barrister?
Oh, except that I want the world to know that what happened in 1994 in Rwanda is repeating itself in Ambazonia, and the world is watching. We call on the United Nations, especially the African Union, to react. You will not believe that in all this, the African Union has been quiet. Quiet.
So all these lies, they never ever help Anglophones them. Just because they will be inept and will be incompetent for handle affairs of the state for 1961, 1950s up to today, it no means they will get to go lie about these things and where they happen. So for 2019, now Frujon so that they talk shamelessly, they talk about they want to compare what will happen for Rwanda genocide, where they be killed about 100,000 people them in a space of 30 days or so. In a few short days, they killed 100,000 people. They call them genocide for Rwanda. Now what that way be the compare for 2019? You make a fool of yourself when you go make those public declarations, because now 2024 this will definitely right 2024 this. According to you, for 2019, where you be talks today, so genocide they happen, Rwanda style genocide they happen, right? That's what you said. From then to now, how many years don't pass? 5 years don't pass or so. How many people they don't kill them? According to international, even according to WUNA own statistics, where WUNA one for GAM, it still never reached Rwanda. It never even reached 10%. According to WUNA own statistics, we don't even talk about the one way the international humanitarian organizations they talk about. The one where you, WUNA so-called Ambazonians, and WUNA put them out there, it never even reached 10%. And most of the people that they kill them now, even WUNA ambush, no white blast terrorists, they kill them. Genocide, my foot. So you see, these people that when they go Shillong, they talk, they try for fool people and say they so no, the British they don't be hold sovereignty now because we don't catch them red-handed. We don't display for them the truth. The Union Treaty it exists. The British they be signed now with President Amadou Ahidjo because the British had the sovereignty of that territory. Before the one leave, they transferred the sovereignty to President Amadou Ahidjo, as Professor Carlson Anyangwe Tokam himself. It Tokam face to face with Frujon. So Frujon saw no. They all know, so British held the sovereignty of that territory. And when they were leaving, they transferred the sovereignty to President Amadou Ahidjo. So when I want kind of talk about restoration, when I want for restority, which day when I don't ever get the sovereignty, when I want to restore something when nobody don't ever exist, you see. So when we don't catch them and our argument in whole water, they don't know where to talk anymore. Besides the lies, they come out for kind of throw insults, bamboozle people, them talk more lies, and then run and hide. It not go work. We'll continue to sensitize the people them with the truth, because now light it could drive away darkness.
Lesson number 1. Lesson number 1. This video where country people do am. Now God sending me do the video. When I'm always I say, oh, I want to, oh, country people. Lesson number 1, my country people, Dr. Wetty. Listen, whether or not you accept, my country people is a force to reckon with. Me, I agree. He's an enemy that is strong. You listen to the video, it tells a lot of things.
I say, Pastor, you not go for no the fear was saying.
Now talk goes down.
Ha. Tell the whole street right now, only you want you did the safer.
Yes, we want to ambassador. We told myself.
They are gonna see where they gonna say there. They are gonna say how much.
I said, okay, 1 time for how much?
I want gonna for 200 inside 500.
Okay.
Okay. The way they gonna say do this.
I will give you that. I will give you that.
You get change, Papa.
Yeah, change.
And then make sure I gonna find it that this.
I will put on
Because we have to do.
I'll put on
We are
fine.
phone a life or make.
I will put on fine. I done you. Yeah, I done you.
Thank you. Very much.
Go come back and take change.
Where?
Go come back and take change. Now
Give me
where?
one general. When I'm gonna come back, I'll give the thing.
Take up. Adam.
Okay, man, don't come back when you know they.
Are they here?
Okay. Thank you.
Dieu Tout-Puissant, les esprits sacrés de Mangwafeu, au pied de Mombamouto, de Menou et de Tosso, de Lebar à Manzek, de Lemte à Chouet, de Ndakoukom à Liwam, de tous les autres qui ont affinité avec votre amitié en Babadji, et ils couvrent votre séjour de leur bienveillance. Ces esprits sacrés, dis-je, mesdames et messieurs, vont vous reconduire sains et saufs, chacune et chacun de vous, jusqu'à vos domiciles respectifs. Quant à la commune de Babadjou, elle se sent immensément redevable envers vous tous et infiniment reconnaissante de l'enrichissement humain que lui procure en ce moment vos illustres présences. Elle vous en remercie humblement par ma modeste voix. Pour que vive la chefferie supérieure de premier degré Babadjou, vive l'arrondissement de Babadjou, vive le département de Bamouto, vive la région de l'Ouest, vive le Cameroun et son illustre chef, son excellence Paul Biya, président de la République du Cameroun.
Yes. Now, Mr. Simon, he talk anti-Amber, no down, no day. What would he fight for Ghost Town? For encourage the population then. So now they give for open. All the companies they give for open. You know not saying only the business people they give for open. All man give for open for encourage the population. May come out. But the thing I want advice all man. So when the EXO take note, all the company them by Sonia, by Snake every month, the total they everybody. Because when some people don't come for campaign, more than 50 to 100. They know the office they lock. So we will update the population, but you know what it go on. All the offices they give open. Not only the business for the it will be the target. Yeah, because offices open, less people want to say come there. But when the offices they lock, at least it discourages some people that will come out. The people they go somewhere no function there. The place they lock. We follow only the business people then. And the back all man for Kumama join one hand. We fight this shit. No peace for the wicked.
The record of your life will be played on that day. God is recording anything we do on earth. God is recording. So the record of our life, sir, will be played on that day. We have some people that are changing the blood of men. The blood you change to make yourself stronger to live. God sees and knows all the blood you are changing. Some people exchange their health but then believe God. If they're supposed to die, they change their head and give it to God. The God of heaven, the God of my life, will be played on that day. He will be played. The record of your life will be played on that day. He will be played. We do again. God is recording them. So the record of our life will be played on that day.
Last week on 2nd September, on moto that I begin to see on Faku, my 16. My 16 Polifamba. Faku Black Tar. Faku Black Tar. Faku Black Tar. No shaking, no day. I begin the night. No.
It be very important for we all, for put we hands together, for make sure say picking them go back for school. School time for go back it don't reach. And for this one, with the talk say, from small picking, where it don't already reach 4 or 5 years, whether they go for nursery school, whether they go for primary school, whether they go for university, secondary school, with the talk say, make all picking, whether they for school age, make them go for school. Because this ground is so it turn. And as ground it turn, the only way the hell we for stand correct, na book. Man we no book, you hate it they empty. And as your head they empty, no matter how your skin big, your head they empty, you remain foolish man. So the talk say, all picking, then go for school. All picking way they don't correct. Make papa they no fear. This one day so with the talk nothing way, you don't worry way for this we side for northwest and southwest. But with the talk say, make papa and mommy they no fear. When I send picking for school, and we go do we best, we will the look out picking them for school, for make sure say that picking them be fine. This one are the message way at the game for all papa them, all mama them, brother and sister them. University picking them, may all man go back for school, go learn a book, so that this year one finish, you get your certificate, and you go find your work, you begin work. That is small message that way I want talk am. Make no man no follow we. Make no man no talk say school no day. But me will make sure say all man a learn book, because na book it make future for be fine. Thank you na plenty.